Sagging does not happen overnight. It happens slowly through small daily habits that most women never question. And one of the biggest hidden reasons is wearing the wrong bra for years without realizing the long-term effect. Support is not just about comfort. It shapes posture, silhouette, and how every outfit sits on your body. After 50, the skin naturally loses elasticity. Breast tissue softens, and gravity becomes more visible. This is normal. But what makes it look worse is poor structure underneath. When the bra does not lift correctly, the chest appears lower, wider, and heavier. Even fitted clothing begins to look less refined. Hello, beautiful ladies, and welcome back to EverElegant Style. This channel is created for women over 50 who want to feel confident, polished, and beautifully themselves through timeless fashion choices. Here, we focus on structure, clarity, and pieces that quietly upgrade your appearance without discomfort. Today, we are talking about 5 bra mistakes that make sagging worse after 50 and how to create an instant lifted effect the right way. This is not about unrealistic expectations. It is about understanding support, proportion, and construction. The first mistake is wearing the wrong band size. Many women choose a band that is too loose because it feels comfortable in the fitting room, but over time that looseness removes real support. The band provides most of the lift, not the straps. When it rides up in the back, the entire structure collapses. The front drops and the chest appears lower instantly. Another common mistake is relying only on thin, soft cups without shape. Soft fabric may feel natural, but without proper side support and understructure, the breast tissue spreads outward. This creates width rather than lift, and under clothing it makes the upper body look broader. Straps also play a role. When straps are doing all the work instead of the band, they dig into shoulders and still fail to lift properly. True support should feel balanced, not hanging. What elegant women understand is that undergarments are foundation pieces. They are invisible but powerful. When the foundation is wrong, the entire outfit looks different. Even expensive clothes cannot compensate for poor structure underneath. Lift is not about pushing upward aggressively. It is about centering, shaping, and supporting gently. When the chest sits higher, the waist looks longer, posture improves, and clothes hang in a more refined way. This is where transformation begins, not by changing your body, but by choosing the right support for the body you have today. Another major mistake that quietly makes sagging appear worse is wearing the wrong cup shape for your breast type. Many women focus only on size, but ignore structure. Not all cups lift the same way. Some push upward, some center inward, and some simply cover without shaping. When the cup design does not match your natural fullness, the result is flattening or spreading rather than lift. For example, wide-set breasts need inward side support to create central lift, but many bras are built with shallow cups that push tissue outward. This makes the chest appear wider and lower under clothing. Even if the bra feels comfortable, it does not create the vertical effect that makes the upper body look refined. Another issue is old bras that have lost elasticity. Fabric stretches, bands weaken, underwires shift, and the lift gradually disappears. Because the change happens slowly, many women do not notice how much support they have lost, but clothing notices. Necklines fall differently, blouses pull at the buttons, and posture subtly rounds forward. Wearing worn-out bras is one of the most common habits after 50. We keep them because they feel familiar. But structure must be replaced. A bra that has stretched no longer holds the breast at its natural height. It allows gravity to take over. Cup coverage also matters. Very low-cut styles may look attractive, but if they lack upper panel structure, they do not provide stable lift. On the other hand, overly full, heavy cups can add visual bulk and create a matronly appearance. Balance is essential. Elegant support is about positioning. The breast should sit higher on the chest, wall not compressed upward, but gently lifted and centered. When this happens, the torso appears longer, the waist becomes more defined, and the entire silhouette feels lighter. Side panels are often overlooked. A good side panel guides tissue inward and prevents spreading. Without this, the bust can appear wider than it actually is, especially under fitted tops. The difference between correct and incorrect structure is visible immediately in posture. When support is correct, the shoulders relax, the chest opens, and clothing falls smoothly. When support is wrong, the body compensates by rounding forward or adjusting constantly. This is why choosing the right bra is not vanity, it is architecture. It changes how garments hang, how jackets close, and how dresses shape the upper body. Lift does not come from padding alone, it comes from construction. Seams, placement, band, strength, and cup design all work together. Once these elements align, the chest looks naturally fuller and higher without discomfort. When support is intentional, sagging appears softer, less dramatic, and far more controlled. And that quiet control is what creates an elegant appearance. Another mistake that quietly makes sagging appear more noticeable is choosing bras based only on comfort without considering lift dynamics. Comfort is important, but comfort without structure becomes collapse. Many soft lounge brass bralettes and wire-free designs feel gentle on the body, but they often lack the internal architecture required to support mature tissue properly. As breast tissue softens with age, it needs upward and inward guidance. Without this guidance, the bust spreads downward and outward. This creates a wider chest appearance under clothing and makes the upper torso look heavier than it truly is. Seam placement inside the cup plays a powerful role. Vertical seams create lift. Diagonal seams create shaping. Side support panels create centering. When cups are completely smooth and unstructured, they often fail to create these directional forces. The result is coverage without contour. Another overlooked factor is strap positioning. Straps placed too wide on the shoulder can visually widen the upper body, especially if they are thin and cutting into the skin. When straps are properly aligned, assist the structure, rather than compensating for it. Back design also affects appearance. A narrow back band can dig and create visible lines under tops, while an overly loose band rides upward, reducing lift. A supportive back panel should sit level and firm without discomfort. This stability anchors the entire structure. Padding is often misunderstood. Many women believe more padding equals more lift, but padding without correct band tension and cup engineering only adds bulk. True lift comes from support beneath, not stuffing above. Neckline compatibility matters as well. If the bra shape does not match the neckline of the garment, the effect can look awkward. Gaps, pulling, or flattening appear. This subtly disrupts the elegance of the outfit. The right bra should disappear under clothing, not fight against it. Another habit that increases sagging appearance is wearing the same bra style for every outfit. Different fabrics and cuts require different support structures. Light summer dresses need stable, invisible shaping. Structured blazers require centering and lift. One design cannot serve all silhouettes equally. When the correct bra is chosen, clothing behaves differently. The waist appears longer, the bust sits at a more youthful height, and the midsection looks smoother without extra effort. Even simple outfits suddenly feel more refined. The key shift is understanding that bras are engineering tools. They are not just undergarments. They influence posture, balance, and proportion. When lift is created naturally through structure, chest appears fuller without exaggeration. And that subtle fullness changes everything. Not by altering your body, but by restoring alignment. And alignment is what creates the polished, confident presence associated with elegance. Another powerful, but rarely discussed, mistake is ignoring breast shape changes over time. After 50, fullness often shifts from the upper area to the lower portion of the breast. This natural redistribution can create the appearance of drooping even when volume has not significantly changed. If the bra is not designed to redistribute and elevate properly, the chest will appear lower and less defined. Many women continue wearing the same cup style they wore in their 30s. But shape evolution requires structural adaptation. Full coverage bras without internal lift can create a downward heavy look, especially if the upper cup lacks tension or support panels. A lifted appearance comes from controlled shaping, not compression. Brass that press downward flatten the upper chest and emphasize sagging. Instead, the design should gently guide tissue upward and inward, creating soft projection. Projection gives dimension, and dimension gives youthfulness. Another mistake is choosing brass that are too small in the cup. When tissue spills at the top or sides, it does not create lift. It creates compression and distortion. This can make the chest appear wider and heavier under clothing. Proper cup depth allows natural placement without overflow. Underwire quality also matters. A poorly shaped wire can sit on tissue instead of underneath it. This reduces lift and causes discomfort. When the wire follows the natural route of the breast, it supports rather than restricts. Comfort and lift can coexist when the structure is correct. Material selection influences stability. Stretch lace without lining may feel elegant. Double-layered cups with reinforced side panels maintain lift throughout the day. This consistency is what keeps the chest positioned correctly, even after hours of wear. Another overlooked detail is center gore placement. The center panel between the cups should sit flat against the sternum. If it floats away from the body, support is compromised. This small detail dramatically affects shaping and alignment. Posture is directly linked to support. When the bust is properly lifted, the shoulders naturally open. The spine aligns more upright, and clothing drapes more cleanly. This creates a refined silhouette without tightening or adjusting garments. Many women assume sagging is permanent and unchangeable, but much of what we see is simply unsupported tissue. Correct engineering can restore vertical balance instantly, not through force, but through strategic structure. True elegance comes from subtle correction, not exaggeration. When the chest sits at its natural height, the entire body appears more proportional. The waist becomes visible. The neckline looks graceful, and the overall presence feels composed. Lift is not about making something bigger. It is about positioning correctly. And when position improves, everything else follows quietly. Another habit that quietly makes sagging look worse is wearing brass that are too loose in the band and too tight in the straps. Many women instinctively tighten straps when lift disappears, but straps are not designed to carry the full weight of the bust. When straps pull upward without proper band tension, the lift is unstable. The chest may rise slightly at first, but it drops again throughout the day. The band is the true anchor of support. It should sit firm and level across the back, not riding up, not digging down. When the band rides upward, the front automatically lowers. This creates the illusion of sagging, even if the cup size is correct. Another mistake is avoiding professional measurement. Breast size changes with age, weight fluctuation, and hormonal shifts. Wearing the same size for years without reassessment can quietly distort shaping. A bra that once lifted perfectly may now compress or flatten. Side spillage is also common. When tissue escapes near the underarm, it widens the upper body visually. Many women mistake this for weight gain, but often it is simply incorrect cup depth or poor side support. Proper containment creates a smoother, narrower silhouette. Choosing brass based solely on appearance rather than structure can also reduce lift. Beautiful lace and delicate details are appealing, but if the inner construction lacks reinforcement, the outer beauty cannot compensate. Support must come from inside the garment. Another important element is rotation. Wearing the same bra daily stretches the elastic quickly. Elastic needs time to recover. Rotating between multiple brass preserves tension and prolongs lift. Without rotation, even high-quality brass lose their ability to support. Washing methods matter as well. Heat damages elastic fibers. Frequent machine drying shortens lifespan dramatically. Hand washing or air drying maintains structure longer. Preserving elasticity preserves lift. Neckline choice influences perception too. If the bra shape does not align with your clothing neckline, the chest may appear flattened or uneven. Selecting brass with shapes that complement your wardrobe ensures consistency in appearance. When the correct band tension, cup depth, and side support work together, the transformation is immediate. The bust appears centered, higher, and more balanced with the waist. Even simple tops look elevated. Support is not about forcing the body into a new shape. It is about restoring natural alignment. When the chest sits at its proper, many women search for dramatic fixes, but elegance often comes from technical adjustments. Small structural corrections can create a powerful visual difference, without discomfort or exaggeration. When lift is consistent throughout the day, confidence remains steady, clothing hangs properly, movements feel secure, and the body appears supported rather than weighed down. That steady, balanced support is what makes a silhouette look refined instead of strained, and refinement is always more powerful than force. When you look at all of these habits together, a clear truth appears. Sagging is not only about age, it is about support. And support is a technical choice, not a cosmetic one. Small structural details can either exaggerate gravity or gently counterbalance it. Many women accept changes in their body as permanent decline. But in reality, much of what looks like sagging is simply unsupported positioning. When the bust is lifted correctly, the entire upper body transforms. The waist looks longer. The neckline appears more graceful, and posture improves without effort. Lift is not about pushing aggressively upward. It is about centering and stabilizing. When the breast sits higher on the chest wall, proportion returns. Clothing drapes better. Buttons stop pulling, and dresses fall more elegantly. Another powerful shift happens mentally. When you feel supported, you move differently. You stand taller. You stop adjusting straps. You stop tugging at fabric. Confidence becomes quieter but stronger. Foundation pieces influence every outfit. Even the most beautiful blouse cannot compensate for weak structure underneath. But when the foundation is correct, everything layered above looks more intentional. The goal is not to chase youth. It is to restore balance. A lifted silhouette does not mean exaggerated volume. It means natural alignment. And alignment is what gives clothing refinement. As you review your current brass, consider whether they truly support you. Check the band tension. Observe the cup shape. Notice how your chest sits in relation to your waist. These details reveal more than you think. Replacing worn brass, choosing the right construction, rotating properly, and prioritizing internal engineering over surface beauty. These small actions create visible improvement immediately. The transformation is subtle yet powerful. You may not look dramatically different, but you will look more balanced, more centered, and more polished. That polished appearance is what elegance after 50 truly means. Not hiding change, not fighting gravity aggressively, but working intelligently with your body. When support is correct, sagging softens visually. The chest looks fuller without strain. The torso appears longer, and outfits feel harmonious instead of heavy. This is not about perfection. It is about intention. When your undergarments support your structure, your style feels effortless. Thank you for spending this time with me on EverElegant Style. If this helped you see foundation pieces differently, please like, subscribe, and share with a woman who values confidence at any age, because true elegance always begins underneath.